I want you to know that you have been fooled. In the modern world, it's normal to think that masculinity is toxic. Wrong. The modern society tried to make you more feminine. And if you try to challenge yourself or have a lot of energy, you become weird and everyone judge you for it. It's possible that you too have been brainwashed by society. It's hard to turn from a boy into a man, and age have nothing to do with it. Think on people you respect in your life. What make you respect them? Problem-solving skills, power, discipline, knowledge, leadership, whatever it is. None of them is age. Now, I don't say that evolving into a man is easy. It's hard, but nowadays, it's harder than it ever was. At the same time, a man should provide and protect his loved ones. If you already brainwashed by society, your journey won't be easy, but you will feel much better when you become into a high-value man. More videos on this topic will be made in the future. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. A woman is born with her value, but a boy has to prove himself in order to become into a man. If a woman is beautiful, everyone put her on a pedestal and treat her nicely even if they don't know her. At the same time, a man born without any value at all. A man need to put into hard work and build his value from zero. This is good because it means you can evolving into a man no matter who you are. Has this been said, let's talk about 5 things that turn a boy into a man. Number 1, control yourself. Firstly, every man must control his own mind. If you can't control your own mind, you can't control anything. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people's. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. The only thing you can control is your mind. If you can't control your own mind, you will go through life with zero control. Zero influence. Like a feather in the wind of life, blow you from sad place to happy place to sad place to happy place. Secondly, a man who can't control himself is a dangerous man. Imagine someone will say something that would upset this man. This man will explode on him and starts punching him. If you can't control yourself, you are dangerous, not just for strangers, but also for your loved ones. Number 2, discipline. There is a quote that goes, "A man do what needs to get done regardless of how he feels." There is a version of you that always do what he's supposed to do, never quits and never wastes time. Imagine what would you achieve if you will be that version for 1 year. You never skip training. You start a business. You always try your best at everything. You don't play video games, and you control primal desires. Imagine how your life looks like. Imagine where you get in life. Imagine the car you drive. Imagine where you live. Imagine how peoples would respect you. Now, how can you become that version? It's simple. Imagine you are the hero of your own movie, and in every hero movie, there is a villain. That villain is your best version. Now, just follow that rule to overcome your villain. When you do something or not doing anything, ask yourself what that villain would do, and do it yourself. Would he listen to podcast or reading a book? Or he will open TikTok and start simping. That way, you either do good as your villain, or you do better than him, and now you are winning. You need to say to yourself, if I skip that train, this will open a gap between me and the villain, so if I want to keep up, I must do the same as him or better. That's it. Now, I don't say it is easy. The opposite is true, but never give up no matter how much the gap is big. I challenge you for 1 week to do exactly as your villain. If you succeed, try to keep going next week, and after a month you feel much better. Number 3, do instead of talk. I sure you know that guy who always talks about how much he is strong, how much money he has, how many girls he slept with. Fool. People's trying to make themselves look big, get respect and appreciation with words. A man doesn't talk about how much good he is. Men know the power of silence. By the end of the day, time expose everything. I myself use it a lot in my life, and even better. Take football, for example. Even that I'm great at football, I say I am worse. That way, if the one who playing against me is better than me, I am not humiliated. Nobody is surprised. And if he says he good and I am better, I destroy him and everyone is cheering for me. From my experience, this tip is extremely powerful. Number 4, stop wastes time. Tell me how much time you work on yourself every day. Now tell me how much time you are playing video games, fopping and watching TikTok. 99% of people waste their time on social media at least 1 hour a day, and that is a good case. Fool. I myself see everywhere I go people scrolling on social media like a rats. If you stop those bad addictions, you will have more time to work on yourself, open a side hustle, or exercise more. You'll start notice how powerful this is once you start. The dopamine is the hormone of joy. When the ancient man went to hunt, and he managed to kill his prey, his brain started to secrete dopamine. When you scroll and find a short you like, your brain gets dopamine. Your brain should get dopamine once a few hours, as the ancient men kill an animal once a day or two, and you getting it once in a few seconds. You overload your brain with dopamine and get dopamine poisoning. So when you stop, at first you feel extremely bored. That's because your brain is seek for dopamine. I need you to force yourself to not scrolling when you bored. Instead, read book, listen to podcast, or just music you like. I want to tell you an extremely powerful tip about music. I don't care what music you hear, but you need to hear music that make you feel unstoppable. Number 5, responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. It's crucial to take responsibility. Usually, when something goes bad at a boy's life, he starts to make excuses, blame other people's or other circumstances, and consider himself as a victim to the situation, instead of taking responsibility. After all, we are who we are and get to the place we get because ourself and not because other people's. There is always a little accountability to take in every situation. So instead of blame others, take the ownership to your hands. And as you take charge on the situation, you also start charge on your life. Every high-value man always takes responsibility. For example, if you walk in the street and it starts to rain, most men would say, "It's not my fault, I cannot control the weather." Wrong. Instead of blaming the circumstances, say, "I could brought an umbrella with me. It's my fault because I did not check the weather before I got out." By the way, if you like this video and want to get more content like this, don't forget to praise by hitting the like, subscribe button. Until next time.